Greetings and welcome once again to Roman of the Empire. I am your host, Roman. Tonight, we are going to be doing a Memorial Day show, and we're going to be honoring that day by discussing military movies and series and shows and all of those things. Memorial Day is one of the more heavy holidays. Most people don't really even think about it, and everything's open. I mean, unless you're a federal worker, you don't even get the day off. It's different than Veterans Day. It's different than Armed Forces Day. I mean, people get confused about their holidays. This is the day that we honor those who have fallen in service of the country. It's a very specific thing. So that's why we're going to be talking about this stuff today. But it should be, there are a lot of excellent movies out there that portray the military. I mean, it's not all upbeat stuff, obviously. Anybody who's done the job long enough knows that. But there are a lot of just very interesting movies about the military service, and from the Revolutionary War to current. I mean, all those who have fallen in battle are recognized on Memorial Day. So we'll get going here, and we'll start talking about stuff. So he is my partner on this channel. He is my wingman, also fellow veteran. He is my good friend, Shield Wall of Dragons. Welcome, sir. How are you tonight?
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Happy to be here. Yeah, coming up on Memorial Day, kind of a start of summer for a lot of people. It's a holiday, but it's also a day to remember, all those that we've lost and have fought and died for us. So little kind of bittersweet, but it's also a day of celebration. That's what everybody died for, was so that we could have these barbecues and get together with family and have the freedom to go down the street and do whatever we want on that day. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, tonight we're going to go over some movies, and Matt just joined us, so that's good. Glad that he's here, and we got Mando and Jacob. So yeah, excited to get into this.
Right on. And he is the meme master of the interweb, using his power for good instead of evil. Never. He just doesn't do it. He's given up on good. So here's our good friend Jacob Ironside. Welcome, Jacob. How are you tonight?
I'm well. I'm glad to be here for this one, and just thank you to all the people who've served and people who've died for us, and just thank you for them for sacrificing their lives for our freedom.
I just realized Joker is just nowhere to be found. Please, if you see him out there, kids, tell him that Dad's worried, and I'll put him on a milk carton.
We'll make sure to put him on the back of a milk carton.
It's like, what the really?
I saw him post like yesterday or something.
He might, he works a rough schedule, so Joker might be asleep, folks. Yeah. She will tell you if this is the way. Books, games, or movies. She is armored up and ready to fight. She is untamed. Mando, welcome back. It feels like I haven't seen you in like 7 weeks.
No, it's been a bit. It's been a bit. Last
least
few
45 weeks, at least half a year.
At least 100%. Yeah. It's been especially a rough past few days, but also just life tends to get in the way of living, is the motto I am living by at the moment.
I'm with you, kid. I'm with you.
I'm glad to be here. I wasn't 100% certain, but yeah, we're here.
Right. I'm glad you're back. And speaking of, I'm glad they're with us. It's our good friend, the dynamic delinquent Terminator, the thad that shouldn't be, the unbearable 73, our good friend Matt. Hello, sir. How are you? How are you doing today?
Doing pretty good, but as good as can be expected given the circumstances. Onto the topic of the show, it's kind of, I always find like I'm not don't get me wrong, I'm not a historian of history now, but I always read some stuff about stuff over the years just to have a general knowledge. And I was fascinated by, it's probably true in other countries too, how when we have a modern holiday and you look into the history of it, it never starts out that way. Like, for example, Memorial Day. The years are a little off, but it was after the Civil War, like the late 1860s. It was called like Decoration Day or Declaration Day or something like that. And it was a private organization of Union soldiers who celebrated the first day of that day, and that's like one of the, I think, the earliest known recorded instance of what we call Memorial Day. And then it was some church in the South that the church lady said we got to spread flowers to all the soldiers' graves. That kind of got thrown in there, and it was just for the Civil War originally. And then over the decades, eventually they federalized it and made it for like everything from the Civil War. Then it became every war. Like it just evolved. It didn't just. It wasn't like Grant said, okay, we're going to have Memorial Day for every single war we ever have. Like from here forward, it just evolved. That's kind of. I always find that stuff kind of fascinating how we get where we are, with these holidays. Oh, and since I'm the last guy for now, so when we get into the movies here, I know we have a big event with Jacob's highlight reels comes before that. I found something fascinating. I was on Twitter or X or whatever we're calling it now, and this is when you first, like, 2 weeks ago, you decided what the topic of the show was. I just happened to glancing at Twitter, and someone said, "Hey, name your 10 favorite war movies." So I looked at this guy's list and hit all his movies from this century, basically. And people were posting list after list, and not a single movie made before like 1990.
Oh wow!
Like
Wow.
an incredible recency bias. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's unfair.
It's crazy. Like, Jacob, what was that Revolutionary War movie we reviewed?
The old one, the Drums Along the Mohawk,
Where it was
like 50 years.
yeah, and that was a really good movie. And like people, you know what I mean? Like it seems if you're gonna, I mean, I know we know more about older movies, but like it's just fascinating how stuff just disappears from the public memory. Like
Crazy. It's crazy. A lot of people have bias towards black and white movies.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's ridiculous.
someone will,
missing out on
It's those darn kids.
Yep.
or someone will say like, "Oh, a movie about Pearl Harbor," and never bring up Tora or
Mhm.
any of the other movies that's surrounding the events of Pearl Harbor. It's always that stupid Ben Affleck film where guy.
That was not good, by the way. The Ben Affleck film was not good. Not a good movie. Not a good war movie. Not a good anything. It's actually a tragedy that was made, distributed, and shown in theaters. So let's roll on here a little bit. We don't really have much of a chat right now, so I'm not even going to bother. Just not going to do it. There's not a point, so I'm not going to do it. We're gonna roll past that until that's something I've missed, but I don't think I have. So if you are watching over on Facebook, X, or YouTube, please let your friends know that we are on live tonight and to join us. So join the conversation. It makes it a lot more fun for everyone involved. When I say everyone, I mean me. So
This is also true.
without
See, what's the noise? What's that sound?
it's one of those things, and there is a noise, and it is this.
Heavenly shades of memes are falling. It's in time.
Now,
It is the meantime, brought to you by our good friend Jacob Ironside.
the first four are new, but the rest are from other military
From what we've
shows
done
that we've
previous
done.
war shows. Okay,
So there's a lot of good ones in there.
got it. All right, let's see what we got. What has he done this week, folks? What has he done? I know
I'm
many of you
probably
tuned
on
in just for this
fire or
portion of the
driving a
show.
tank.
Or both. You could be both. It's not mutually
could be.
exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear. Oh wait, what? We need to change who is in charge of this crisis. 3 phone calls. Radar could have had mask, gloves, ventilators, PPE, 12-year-old scotch, Rocky Road ice cream, and grape flavored knee-high soda. True. Literally.
Oh, that was a
Anymore-
thing. Yeah, he liked knee-high soda.
He did. Yeah.
Actually, it's not I don't think it's carbonated. It's just like a juice.
It's like thinned out syrup.
Right.
But I had that
Yeah.
when I was young. I was like, hey, let me try that.
Yeah, my grandmother was all into that stuff. She's like, you got to get the Hydrox cookies and the knee-high.
The Hydrox.
Yeah, the
cookies. Oh
crap
my
you
God.
never heard of before. It was like all
Yo.
20s and whatever. Like when she was a kid.
Well, you know what
I
it
have
was?
mercurochrome and witch hazel.
Wow.
It's a Moxie.
That's-
You got Moxie.
Like
Moxie, oh my
like
god, yeah.
like we have soda in a can or bottle now. Remember
Yeah.
back used to go to the fountain, they would put the sludge and mix it with the carbonation in your glass fresh.
Oh yeah.
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 Pretty much
Mhm.
was like that sludge mixed with like say water or something.
Oh, right. It was like a
Ugh.
syrup. Yeah.
Yeah. I've
Yep.
had some of
Wow.
that actually. Look.
Yep.
Wow.
Did you have the drink that it had a metal seal on top, like a foil, and it looked like
Mhm.
a barrel?
Mhm.
It looked like a plastic barrel that you drink out of.
It was weird. I only took like one sip and I was like, nope, I'm done.
I kind of liked it. It was also like those little bottles of wax that had liquid in them, and you had to bite the wax off and then.
Oh,
drink
I remember
liquid.
those.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
remember
my
those.
grandmother was like, "We used to have these as a kid."
Yeah. Oh my
And I was
god.
like, "You guys didn't just have regular gum?" And she was like, "No,
Yeah.
we just had
Regular
wax. We liked it.
Wax.
That's all we had. And we're happy to have
happy
it."
we had that wax.
Yep, exactly.
I went to some taco restaurant in Austin, and I guess they hadn't cleaned out their machines, and I got the shits
Oh
so
no.
bad.
Oh.
You got the bad taco.
No, the soda machines.
Oh yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
Wow.
Be careful of them soda machines, y'all.
So when someone asks what what your best friend or what does your best friend mean to you, he is both the child and pet I never had.
And
That's solid.
we have a future of the Empire trivia question. How did Jacob get shits?
Yeah, exactly.
Soda.
Wow.
It was that dang soda. The unhealthy.
And, Lieutenant Giratina, welcome, sir. Welcome. Good to have you out there. And to all our friends that are watching over on X, welcome, or on YouTube or on Facebook, which is I've added on, which is weird, but you can do it, so I did. One of those
Oh, yeah,
the newfangled thingies that the overpriced StreamYard let me do. Does this rifle make my hat look too big?
So
that is
so
hilarious.
here's
I want that.
the thing.
I want
If-
that image now.
Here's the thing: if everybody ever wants to argue about, like, whether certain people running around pretending to be certain things is a mental disorder, just point him to Klinger. He dressed like this so they would think he was crazy, so
Exactly.
he get Section 8 out of the military.
Yep.
Why-
But they
that's
kept
why
him
he
in
did it.
forever.
Here's a trivia for you guys. Klinger was only supposed to appear in one episode. And they
Oh,
loved
wow, I
the
didn't know that.
character like went over with the audience to test audiences so much they added him back as a recurring character.
There's a lot of characters
funny.
that happened to in different shows. Yeah.
That is crazy. And he's like one of the more well-known, when you think of MASH, it's one of the characters your mind
Mhm.
immediately goes to.
Yeah.
He was great.
Yeah, Klinger was cool.
But yes, that's perfect. Yeah.
Teachers tell us not to drink. You see them at a bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
So was Roman
Looks good.
both Trapper and BJ in these photos? Like was the early one was BJ and this is
I
Trapper.
believe I have Trapper and BJ.
Yeah.
Trapper John was the original character. BJ Honeycutt was the replacement
Yeah.
character, if memory serves.
right.
Yep.
Did the other guy, he rotated back and died or something, did he?
I don't know. MASH was.
One of them,
MASH was an
crashed.
uneven
That was
series
Colonel
to
Blake.
watch.
Was it Colonel Blake? He crashed
Yeah.
on the way
He
back.
got
Colonel Blake
discharged.
died. Yeah.
He killed his mission, but then they shot him down over Tokyo.
Yeah, on the way home, which sucked.
Mm.
MASH was it actually had a laugh track in some of the episodes, not all the episodes.
Right.
And then it would be like really dramatic in other episodes. Like I said, it was very popular, but it was uneven as hell.
And most people are
as far as-
confused about which war it takes place in because I used to think it was the Vietnam War, but it was actually the
Yeah.
Korean War, right?
It would be
Yeah,
Korea,
it's all
the
of it.
Forgotten
It's
War.
just
Look at the helicopters.
Alan Alda
Yes.
did not want a laugh track at all, and the executive insisted, I think it was by the third season he got his way and stopped all the laugh tracks.
Yeah, it didn't need a laugh
Right.
track. It was
Well, no, because it was inappropriate because it did have many. This is what we would call in the modern era a dramedy, because it had heavy dramatic elements and some comedic elements. But that laugh track really messed you up because, well, it has a laugh track. Surely it's a comedy. Well, that guy's fucking leg just came off, and the guy you loved for the last couple episodes is now dead.
Right.
Well,
And
that's
they
a downer.
that
shit
shit
doesn't happen on like Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, and they lost like a bunch of patients or something or whatever.
Yeah, so it, like I said, it's interesting, uneven.
And it does show that in tough times like that, humor.
Oh yeah,
they use humor a lot to get past
a
it.
lot. Dark humor in the military, is a legit thing. We
bread and butter.
Go through some horrible shit out there, and then someone makes the least appropriate joke ever, and then it's we laugh, and then because you got to have that the levity during the dark times.
I saw someone say once that in the modern era, because they make a lot of soldiers wear body cams now, they can't do the stretch relief of dark humor anymore. For it.
Oh, I didn't even thought about that. Soldiers wearing body cams. Really, I didn't. I mean, because I'm not.
Like if you're
I was never infantry, so it's not something I ever had to think about.
Yeah, like if you're doing a raid or something, I think like they want live.
Oh yeah, helmet cams, that kind of shit. That's
as special operations typically, right?
You're really in mission at that point. I mean, that kind of shit creeps out when you're, it's like afterwards,
right,
or right before. Like, hey Bob, if your dick gets blown off, I'll take care of your wife for you. Dark humor. That's not my department. Intelligence is something I try to avoid. That's what was his name? Major
Frank Burns.
Well, is that Frank or the other guy? Because there were two majors they had. Frank left, and then they got the other guy.
Well, that's not Charles.
Aristocrat.
Charles never wore that type of hat.
No, he never did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Besides, he had a different body type. He was a little heavier.
Yeah.
And Frank was a total douchebag. The other guy wasn't bad. He was just an aristocrat.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about MASH, I know is MASH evolved like heavier comedy earlier and a balance of comedy and drama later, Because Colonel Blake was more of a comedy commander and Frank was obviously a comedy character. And then when Colonel Potter comes in and Charles comes in, you still got some of that humor, like when they had the big war between like Charles and BJ, where they didn't bathe for like 2 weeks or whatever. You can still do the humor, but then it wasn't as over the top. Like when Frank would do crazy stuff that would anyone else, arrested, but he would get away with it because he was, you know what I mean?
I've seen a lot of the show, but you know what I haven't seen? I just realized is the movie.
That's right. There's a movie.
There's a movie is what launched the show.
So the movie gives you the lyrics to the theme song while it's playing. It's not just
it's based on a book.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know that.
A veteran wrote a book,
but it's the whole Korean War. I mean,
and so the book is based on like real stuff that happened. I think.
Yeah,
which was obviously hilarious.
Well, sometimes that happens in the military. Like really weird, messed up, funny stuff happens.
Oh, God knows that's true.
You always have one guy. He does something wrong.
Everybody has
way
somebody.
Ever.
We had a supply guy. I never knew where the fuck that kid was.
It's always a fucking supply.
No idea where he was.
It's always a supply guy.
Fucking supply guys, man.
A mishap, then all of a sudden, all these people you never saw before come out of the woodwork and are like, "Oh, what's going on?" They're all standing around.
The supply guy,
warrant officers.
The supply guy is probably like that Homer Simpson disappearing into the shrub.
Exactly.
Shrubbery.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like an incident will happen, right? And there's a lot of visibility on it. All of a sudden, there'll be all these people wandering around, and you're like, "Wait a second! I've been on 12-hour shifts for a year. Where the fuck have you been?" Right? Like I'm doing all this work out here and you guys I don't know what you're doing, but now you want to show up and be like, hey, what were you guys doing? Hey, why weren't the wheels locked on this thing? asking all these questions, and it's like,
Or-
well, maybe if you were out here while we were actually doing some work, you might.
That's
be able
all.
to
Yeah, the
figure it
second
out.
guessing thing is
Yeah.
always like some of it is legit. I mean, like we it's an inappropriate story to tell here, so I'm not gonna do it. It's almost 20 years old, but you never know. You never know. Hey, Master Chief
and also
said,
the mythical warrant officers that do they actually exist? I don't know. The rank is there, but no one's ever seen them.
oh,
We didn't
see,
have
that's
those
what in
in
the
the
Navy they're all
Air
over the
Force.
place. Warrant officers
Yeah.
are very common in the Navy. They're not. It's not an uncommon.
We didn't have those in the Air Force, so we didn't
Yeah,
have like
they
that.
changed it as I was getting ready to retire. They went
Yeah.
originally went up to warrant 4, and they had to retire at 30, and then
Mhm.
they changed it to warrant 5, and then they got stretched out to like 33 years or so that they could
Yeah.
stick around.
Yeah, they got rid of warrant officers in the Air Force in like 1959. So
Oh wow.
I never saw one. Yeah, and but you also knew it was going to be a good conversation or whatever if somebody either walked into your office or you picked up the phone when it rang, and the first words out of their mouth was, "Why in the fuck?" You knew the next part was going to be good. You know, why in the fuck did this guy do this, or
Yeah.
we don't have this.
We
or
used-
whatever happened.
We used to have a kid whose name I won't say. He was dumb as a toad though.
Mhm.
And every now and then you go out in the hangar and the shop has him doing push-ups outside the shop. And you're like, what the fuck is he doing push-ups for? They're like, well, he's not smart, so he's going to be strong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Every unit
got
has
it.
one.
Got it. Well, we had many.
Yeah.
I
I don't know. I got to a certain point in my career where I started getting involved in like discharging those kinds of people instead of just identifying them. And then I had to like handle getting them out. You know what I mean? Like you had to do the
Oh,
paperwork, all that
you
kind of
are
stuff.
too dumb to be in the service, son. So.
Yes. And it was, or they would, mess up so many times, get a non-judicial punishment discharge or something. You know what I mean? Or-
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always hated that stuff.
Yeah.
So so I'm sure. I mean, there's probably some crossover procedurally here, but when we'd have a kid, and so what you're getting now, folks, is not necessarily Memorial Day stuff. You're getting inside baseball into the service. In the Navy, we have what was called a DRB, and I think you and I have talked about this a little bit before, Shield. It's called a disciplinary review board.
Yes.
Now, what that is, it's the first stage after someone gets a report sheet or they've done something particularly egregious. And the chief's mess
Is that before captain's mass happens?
That's before captain's mass.
Okay.
Before captain's mass, before XLI. So XLI is the next step in the process, and then captain's mass. Hey, our good friend Zax is out there. Oops. Zax, welcome, sir. Always good to see our friend from Canada. Love Zax. So the disciplinary review board is the chief's mess in the Navy. That's E7, E8, and E9s. Chiefs, senior chiefs, and master chiefs. Although there's only one master chief, or maybe two who will sit the board. There's only ever two in a command. And you have the kid standing there, in uniform. He does all the procedural stuff. And then you start asking questions. And then it's like you're peeling the layer off the onion. And it's gone well if the kid is crying at the end of it and you can call his parents. Those are the best. Do you know what your son did? Are you proud of him?
Are you
those
proud
were
of your
fun times.
offspring?
And you probably can't do that
It's
anymore. But
usually-
back in my day, you could do that shit.
Yeah, usually when it's younger people that are still kind of learning and whatever. And so that whole process is designed not to just put them out. It's designed to kind of rehabilitate them a little bit. But I mean, if you want to really get rid of somebody, like you really have to, because they're a serious problem, it's a little bit lengthier, but you can do it. But
Well, it also, I mean, when they've done something like egregious, maintenance malpractice, that kind of thing, not in oops, even though in oops can get you kicked out.
yeah.
They specifically did not follow a procedure.
Or usually it's for patterns of behavior, like late all the time, sleeping at work, get caught with alcohol at work, something like that. I mean, usually that'll get you a captain's mast or an Article 15, and then and then you're out. But or court martial, depending on how bad you did it.
Or a court martial. So a court martial is a whole nother thing. That's criminal. That means you well, you may have killed someone. That's one. Or you've like legit committed a crime.
I don't know. You got drunk and shot your gun off in the dormitory, and it went through the wall into somebody's chair. That'll get you court-martialed.
Who has guns? Who has guns in the military?
Exactly. They brought them on base, so they weren't supposed to.
That
Here's
would do it.
A true World War II story for you about a court-martial. So my grandpa.
Well, I've heard this story. I'm just tell your story, man. I'll be right back.
Okay. So my grandpa, when there's a battle that was called the Remagen Bridge. It was a big battle, which I've talked about before, where they were trying, the Allies and the Germans were trying to hold this bridge so that the German troops would get across, and Nazis wanted to blow it up. Blah blah blah. My grandfather got hit by artillery and wounded. Lost half his stomach, his intestines, the decap. So he was in the hospital in an Allied hospital somewhere in Europe. I don't remember exactly where. And for the first 5 years. They kept his stomach open and were using maggots, eating necrotic flesh and things like that, right? And he was missing his kneecap, couldn't stand up. He was like little. So he's in the bed, and remember they had big wards back then, not private rooms. So this colonel, I believe it was a colonel, not a major, comes walking around and demanded that every soldier he talked to stood up and saluted him.
What?
Yeah, my grandfather, when he did that, he stood up and hit him with his crutches. Somehow my grandpa got up and hit him with the crutches. So the colonel or whatever had my grandfather court-martialed. So he goes into the court-martial when they're doing the stuff, and the guy at who leads, like it's like, I guess, a commander or a colonel or whatever who leads the group of judges or whatever. And
court-martial is it can be, you'll have a judge in charge, and sometimes the panel is not your peers. It's two other judges.
Yeah.
That decide.
This guy is there, right? The guy, the presiding judge, whatever you want to call him. And the colonel is like testifying, saying, well, Sergeant Marino, he did not get up and salute me properly, blah, blah, blah. And he hit me with the crutches. And my grandfather's in like a wheelchair, right, at this point, still open wounded and everything. The judge looks at my grandfather and goes something like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like literally says that. He says, "Get out of my court. Get out." Threw the case out, threw the colonel out, and apologized to my grandpa. And I don't know this for a fact, but one of my grandfather's friends, who was also was in there, said the judge said you should have hit him harder. It's like,
The thing was, before 1947, any infraction of any kind that had to be dealt with was dealt with by a court-martial. There was no such thing as the non-judicial punishment till 1947.
Got it. See, that's pretty tough. That's an awful lot of red tape.
You did other forms of punishment, or you let it slide, right? Because there was so much stuff that people would do.
Well, this colonel was a dick, and you know what I mean.
That's very clear. Yeah.
Well, that's the other thing.
My grandfather wasn't the only wounded soldier he was requiring to stand up and salute him. He'd go from bed to bed.
No, that's something that's insane. That would never. I mean, that's not even something that would even happen in the modern military.
Yeah. But
because
there were
insane.
so many people in the military that were given rank to all kinds of people that were unfit for it. And I mean, but you also got a lot of good people that would have never been in the military because they would have been doing something else. So
remember,
a
Band of Brothers, which is a mostly true story. The colonel who got, was he a colonel or a captain? Whatever.
It was a captain.
Captain Sobel, yeah. I only remember because he's on Friends. Oh, you're all upset now, aren't you?
See, we used the right name in the show. We just called him Ross then too because we didn't know what his fucking name was.
Yeah. Did you mind? I'm trying to read my white card.
Oh God!
Yeah.
That's from the keep, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. That's from the keep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about The Keep, everyone. Not a good movie. Not
Yeah.
a good movie.
It's a great.
I still owe the B-roll stage folks another movie because of that movie. In fact,
Yeah. Well, we got
It is a
Judd.
great book. However, it is a great book.
Yeah. Disabled.
it's still funny.
Great.
We cannot take your breadsticks.
That's another.
Oh my God, they're rolling on their own. Am I doing that?
Oh, it's me. Sorry, I didn't know I could do that.
What the fuck is happening?
My bad. I was
Shield
just
wall's
clicking.
taken. He's got
Shield wall being taken to the captain's nest. You
I
know,
just clicked.
to the captain's
and
nest.
then
The wall.
I accidentally clicked the screen. I had my cursor on it, and it moved.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Oh, what was that? Oh, was it? There was an Outer Limits episode or Twilight Zone where the little soldier man came alive and started hunting the chick in her house. Oh God,
I kind of vaguely remember that, but weren't
Yeah.
they like?
They were like They were astronauts
Is
Oh,
on an alien
I thought
planet.
they were like Nutcracker, kind of like Napoleonic little.
I think that one, there might have been Napoleonic soldier, but they was sold.
Yeah.
I think.
I have no memory of this.
This is from.
This is from the one with Goldie Hawn in the shower.
No.
Oh,
It's not.
It's
No,
Or is
this
this
is
from
the
Stripes?
it's
Murray.
not from.
This is
I
Stripes.
thought it was from Private Benjamin. Is what
No,
I
this
thought
is
it was.
Stripes.
This is Stripes. Yeah.
Stripes. Okay.
Yeah.
Not movies we will be talking about today, by the way.
Well,
Not
Stripes
proper
was a better
context.
movie than any I expected it to be when I watched it.
The most
Oh,
realistic part of-
that's in a very entertaining movie.
most
Very
realistic
impossible,
part
but very
of
entertaining.
Stripes was that one guy was like, "Any of you homos touch any of my shit, I kill you."
Settle down, Francis.
Yep. That- This is my gun. They're
Is
making
that
like-
Blair?
That's Blair. Yeah.
Yeah,
Blair to Blair,
Maybe something
everyone.
Is mine.
they were the
Stargate.
older ones, you know.
He's about to go
Oh.
through the Stargate.
Stargate. Yeah. Another
Ah,
good movie.
yeah, Stargate is a good movie. I like
Yeah.
Stargate.
Yeah.
Why is that my head? That's the question. Why is Sammy holding my head?
It should be Jacob because I was about to say like it's because you put Sammy's face on women's body, but no, that would be Jacob. Never mind.
Well, that
I
must
don't
be
know
a
what's
female
happening here.
soldier.
What movie is this from?
It's from Tropic Thunder. He
Oh,
thinks
is it?
it's
I don't
he
remember.
thinks it's a prosthetic, like because they're making a movie,
Oh,
but they really
But
wind
it's
up.
a real guy's head.
Yeah, there's real because there's real like insurgents there, right, and with real explosives. But he thinks it's fake. So
you can see that though, right?
Yeah. so
Look,
he's like
I
put
found
his
Dad's
finger
head.
up inside the head, and he's like, "Look, it's just jam or fake blood."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Ugh." They could never make this movie now.
Oh,
No.
No,
You can't have any fun things
I
anymore.
know.
you can't have fun things now. No,
And I
that's true.
will come out and say this right now that Les Grossman, that is, I think Tom Cruise should have won an Oscar for that.
Yes.
It's his best
That
role.
was so
ever.
ever.
out of
Ever.
character for him.
His best role
And it
ever.
worked so well.
I had no idea it was him halfway through the movie, and I was like, "Wait a second, he's
That's
familiar."
Tom
That's Tom Cruise.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then this is
Reversions.
Doctor
I
Strange
like it,
Love.
Wayne.
Yeah, perversion.
Now that is a great movie. That's a great
Yeah.
movie.
Yep. Mein Führer, I can walk.
Oh, we the baddies.
Yeah, that's from the Keep. That's when they went into
Man,
the hotel.
look at my jawline.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
That
That's
is
solid.
a nice
That is an impressive
jawline.
jawline. I like that.
I'm not getting knocked out at all.
Now, see, if I were
Everybody-
actually there with my vast genre knowledge, I'd be like, guys, don't touch the stones. Like, just don't do it.
Just
Oh,
like, don't
touch
do it. Don't do it.
Yeah. You finally put him on a
Okay.
manly man's
Hey,
body.
Colonel Troutman.
It makes Rambo look like a girl with that hairdo.
Yeah, he just like doing this, and the hair is going, and the breeze, and
Yeah.
it's like a Purell commercial,
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't even know what
This is
what
from the
products they had back then.
this is from the misnamed Rambo 3, even though there was never a Rambo 2. You know,
True.
Good
I
one.
think a pretty good Troutman though. That actually isn't that far off. The shave, I could use a shave, but I've been a hostage for a few days there. It's pretty, it's not
Yeah.
they're not super inaccurate. Had my hair like that for years. See, the problem is with the cutoff here, you got Big Johnson, but it also looks like it's like ass leaker, which I know isn't right,
It's ass breaker.
which is also not great. Oh, something written inside the wall of the Turkish bath, in fact.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that Joker down there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a Turkish prison? This is the most realistic.
Yeah.
I'm a lead
The
baba,
breadsticks.
mother.
The breadsticks are attacking.
Yeah. This is after
That's
Roman got off
solid.
the party bus.
Yeah. Those who were there know what he means. That was me when I got off the party bus.
You could see sounds.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Emperor Goodwin snuck in the back, much like Ass Breaker. We know it's Ash Shaker in honor of Roman. And yes, I will twerk for you in real life one day, Jay.
Party bus, you know.
On the
That's what
party bus.
happened.
In fact, oh, what's his fuck? I thought he was gay. Leon.
Yeah, Leon.
Leon. Words of Paradise. Our good
Nice.
friend Leon, who I thought was gay, apparently not. I don't
No,
know.
he's not gay. He just likes strong women.
Oh my.
But he was the twerker on the party bus. There is video somewhere. I believe Zax has it.
Yeah.
That was me on the party bus. That's true. Speaking of,
Inglourious Bastards, yeah.
Obviously it's not a serious war movie, and it takes quite some liberties with history, but it's still a really fun fucking movie. I like Inglourious Bastards. Roman has the 1,000 joint stare. Well, not that time in Vegas. The time before
nobody
that.
was blazing up on the bus.
No. I actually don't think is it legal in Vegas? I don't think it is.
There were lots of people walking around smoking it when I was there, like on the street. I don't know if
devil's
lettuce.
lettuce.
Yeah, the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because you're not supposed to smoke it on Fremont.
Yeah.
You're also not supposed to carry an open drink on Fremont.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's prepared. People were smoking like regular cigarettes and whatever.
Right. I don't know when that trip is this year, by the way. So Jacob, that was a great presentation as always. Well done.
Very good. Good.
That was solid. That was very solid. Sammy is not with us tonight, so he could not see himself as a broad, but he knows it's happening.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy,
there's a disturbance in the force.
Sammy is always a broad. So we'll go around the panel here, and we'll talk about.
Sammy just sneezed, by the way.
The fuck? And then we'll. But so yeah, this is how again we're going to be talking about military movies, series, programs, whatever. This is pretty open, and if anybody in the chat wants to chime in with something, throw it at me. We have some openings tonight, so we can talk about your suggestions. I don't need to stick with just the panel tonight. I can talk to the chat. And again, thank you to everybody for hanging out with us over on YouTube, X, which is where I think the majority of folks are, and Facebook. If you're there, you weirdos, come over to X, be more normal. YouTube is nice though because that actually helps me out a lot more. But it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, it's the world. So we'll start with Matt because if anybody will have to, if anything comes up that he has to get pulled out for. I want to make sure he gets his take. So let's hear what Matt has to offer, and then we'll have a discussion about it. What do you got, Matt?
So I'm going to go with an old TV show, and the reason is a little bit of personal greed. I mentioned my grandfather in an anecdote before. The show is called The Gallant Men, and it's a dramatized fictional account of a fictional able company in the I'm calling it the wiki now because I don't remember all this off the top of my head. 36th Infantry Division, 5th Army, and it's they're one of the people that landed in Italy groups. Now, the reason I mentioned my grandfather, who went in on Normandy, is their opening reel included actual recordings of soldiers marching and stuff. My grandpa was in one of them.
Oh wow.
There's this scene where the soldiers are marching around like up a hill or something, and like it's obviously recorded live footage type of thing. And one of those, even though they said, like, for purposes of the show, they said it was these guys in Italy, but it was footage from closer to France, so to speak. And my grandpa's one of the dudes marching up around the hill. You know, now as to the show, I think it ran for 2 seasons. You see, like, you recognize that was the guy, Captain what's his face. Go back one. Remember Cap from the Doomsday Machine?
Yeah, Commodore Decker.
Commodore the Decker, yeah. You'll recognize, again, a lot of actors in these roles. If you watch this, they had a lot of guest actors. A lot. It's a pretty realist is the wrong word, but it's a pretty accurate to the tone of the Italian campaign TV show. It's respectful to the military. It depicts the soldiers as doing a tough job, and it's not incredibly long. It's like 1 or 2 seasons. So if you wanted to see an old TV show about World War II that's respectful to the soldiers, this is it. This is one of them. And obviously I'm naming something older, not just because of my grandpa, because I got a little annoyed when people couldn't name a World War II film from before 1990, on X with thousands of people were posting.
I've never heard of this program. It looks really good though.
You'll recognize all of these actors. Like let me see if they have an extended cast list here. So the regular cast was William Reynolds as Captain Jim Benedict, Robert McQueenie as Colin Conley Wright, Robert Ridgely as Lieutenant Frank Kimbrough, Richard Slattery as First Sergeant John McKenna, Eddie Fontaine as Private Pete D'Angelo, Ronald Lastarza as Ernie Lukovich. Wow, an Italian playing anyway. Roger Davis as Roger Gibson, and Robert Goth as Sam Hansen. And if you look at these actors' faces, like you mouse over on Wikipedia, you'll recognize these guys from other movies or older TV shows that you've seen. Especially you, Jake, because we both watch a lot of this stuff,
Yeah.
And it like I said, the title "The Gallant Men" depicts them in a very respectful and brave way. And initially I watched it as a kid because my grandpa was in the stock footage. But as I got into the stuff more as I got older, I returned once or twice to watch this show and enjoyed it.
It's got an 8 out of 10 rating on IDM.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah,
it's a good show. Now, as far as the length, how many episodes? So it's 1 season, 20. Come on, stupid Wikipedia, stop helping. 1 season, 26 episodes, and it's an hour TV show.
That's like 6
seasons of a modern series.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you guys remember Robert Altman? He directed the pilot episode. Who else? I'm trying to. Like I said, you'll recognize the guest actors. You'll recognize people in the show. There's just a lot of people you've seen in other, especially back in the day. This is when remember how like a lot of Star Trek actors were in westerns and stuff like that.
Oh yes,
this is back when you signed a contract with the studio, and they were like, okay, you're appearing in Star Trek on Tuesday, on Paladin on Wednesday, on this show on Thursday, whatever. Yeah. So that's my first.
That's an interesting one. Yeah, like I said, I've never heard of it. It looks good. I don't know where you would find it in the modern era.
Let's see. Where will we watch The Gallant Men? I will look that up while you're getting someone else.
Yeah, because it's things are out there, and it's funny that with these 9 gazillion streaming services we have, every now and then you just still can't find the thing. Where would I watch this? Not in the usual suspects. You have to find it somewhere weird. But that's okay. That's a good choice. I've never heard of it. I want to see it. My son, I know, would love that. And people don't talk about the Italian campaign really very much. Africa, sure. Traipsing other parts of Europe, absolutely, but not really the Italian campaign. Not so much.
I think it was such a hard-fought campaign. There wasn't a lot of gains.
Okay. Right? So if you have a Plex account, it's free on there. The Gallant Men. And if you have a what's the other one? on Daily Motion has all the episodes loaded. As far as watching it online, yeah.
Right on. That's a good one, Matt. Excellent. It's weird. I've never heard of it, so I like that. That's
I know my grandpa was in Italy, but I don't know if it was before or after the fighting.
Well, I mean, not to sidetrack, but the Italian campaign was fascinating.
Yeah,
We watched. There's a couple movies about it. Like for people who don't know, so the mafia is largely a Sicilian thing. Like in central Italy, it's the Camorra or something like that. Mussolini put all of the mobsters and all that in jail, right? Because they opposed his fascism. And when the soldiers got there, they freed them, and the mafia helped the soldiers, basically. So ironically, they got arrested later by the occupying forces, but because they were criminals. But it's the Italian campaign was like, what was? I'll see if I can find a movie or two and pop them into Roman's chat, of the Empire share group or whatever later in the week. There's a couple of good movies.
Really interesting story about the.
We just did the Guns of Navarone. That's in general region.
Yeah,
Remember now the Guns of Navarone is a fictionalized account for people who didn't watch our live thing, but it was based on the campaign in that area because the Nazis, the Germans, I should say, had all the guns and stuff in place to prevent the Allies from getting troops in there via ship and supplies. So the Guns of Navarone that we reviewed on Jacob's channel 2 weeks ago was I forgot the name of the campaign. Man, like I prime my memory for these things when I watch the movie, and then I forget it because there was not really these giant like mega guns that can hit ships thousands of miles away like the movie had it, but it was based on and obviously a book about. I'm looking it up. God damn it. And anyway, that's a sidetrack. The point is, it's a fictional movie, good about the military, but it moves into the Italian campaign because the Germans and their allies had fortified that whole area to try to land there.
Yeah.
And Zax is 100% correct with the statement. And yes, and it is horrible. It is horrible. Part of the invasion of Europe.
Indifferent,
The
yeah.
invasion of Europe. The Crusades should have finished the job, and they didn't. All right,
They
so
should have finished the job at the second or third campaign, and then got greedy.
just such a disappointment when you don't follow through, and then you got to deal with shit later.
Oh,
So we'll rotate over to Shield Wall now, and
Okay, so
continue forward. What do you got, Shield?
my pick is this movie will give you a great understanding of what it's like to generate air power in the United States Air Force, and some of it is even still applicable to this day. It's called A Gathering of Eagles, 1963, and it's about a SAC base, Strategic Air Command, that has alert B-52s with nukes on them and stuff, and they're going through a operational readiness inspection, it's called an ORI, which is like a really big deal because if you fail it, like your commander gets fired, the whole thing. So, and it has all kinds of different aspects of like the base commander and the wing commander trying to navigate this operational readiness inspection, and then it's got the inspector coming through. But all the stuff that they're worrying about, the things they're talking about in it, well,
is that Robert Stack?
Yeah. Yep.
I know Rock Hudson was in this.
Yeah, Rock Hudson, Robert Stack. But it has an interesting kind of through line to it of like what they're trying to do.
No, Zax, no.
What?
No.
Please, what do you say? Please be Top Gun.
Please be Top Gun. No. No.
Yeah.
No.
So
No.
it's a good movie. It has a lot of things where it shows leadership issues that need to be corrected, and people like there's one where there's an officer, he's a maintenance officer, he keeps wanting to get in there and like move people out of the way instead of letting them do their job. He wants to be the one to do it, and that's not how you lead, because then you're not focused, and
Right.
so, but it's a really good movie. It's more obscure.
So I called up
maybe
the
the darkest would
Wikipedia for
come
this
and see.
Shield Wall.
Uh-huh.
Rock Hudson, Rod Taylor,
Yeah.
Mary Peach, Barry Sullivan, Kevin McCarthy, who you guys know from Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. Nelson Lee, Henry Silva.
I think Henry Silva. I think he's the one that plays the maintenance officer.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah. But
Yeah,
it's
Commander
a
Mason.
yeah.
Yep.
right.
Uh,
It's a good movie. That really so a lot of the foundation for like generating modern air power still we still use it to this day.
And Richard Anderson's in here. That's Oscar Goldman from the $6 Million Man.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh, there he is. That's him in the back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pointing, and you can't see. I'm pointing at my
Yeah.
screen. Like,
It's
you can see what
yeah.
the hell's
but-
going on
so
here.
this is a kind of an obscure movie, but it's good in that it's really authentic. Like the Air Force helped out and everything, so it's not like they're not making a bunch of stuff up or anything.
Oh,
Right.
I just
It's always nice when you get that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nurse
I don't
Ratchet's
know
in
what.
here.
Oh,
Remember
Nurse Ratchet. Yeah.
Nurse Ratchet.
Bro.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah. Hey man, she was kind of good to go when she was young.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Matt, I'm going to ask you because you're the man who knows all the things about all things. Come and see what is this movie that Nosferatu is talking about?
Oh, that's a
Nosferatu
really dark World War II movie.
Is it a legit movie? This isn't
a
like the
legit
normal
movie.
movies
It is
that
a
Nos
legit
recommends,
movie,
is it?
but it's
It's from the 80s.
Oops.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
legit movie, and it's
Let me pull it down.
about
Let
the
me
Russian,
pop it up.
yeah,
I know. I said the audience could talk about things. Let's see what we got here.
It is about the Russian front, like the partisan
Yeah.
stuff on and it's terrible.
Does it have Nas's favorite actor in it?
No, I don't think so.
Klaus Kinski.
Kinski?
But
I'm not familiar with this movie. I'm going to
Yes,
put
it's
the
a very-
trailer. Hopefully, there's nothing
Dark movie.
yeah,
radical here. I'm not familiar with this Nos. So thanks for bringing this up.
Yeah, I don't remember watching it, but
So-
I'll try to check it out
No, me either.
when I'm out of my
It's-
net.
I believe it's a foreign movie.
From a Russian point of view,
It's an actual Russian movie.
right. If anybody doesn't know about so Germany invaded and the Russians got overrun and just surrounded and destroyed, and they threw thousands and thousands of troops into like a meat grinder, and just the civilians were badly treated.
Oh,
But yeah, there's like massacres and all kinds of stuff. So there was a partisan uprising, and if you got caught as a partisan, I mean, that was it. You were done. And the whole movie is about this kid that goes through all this. And by the end, he's got white hair because of all the stuff that's happened. Right.
how far? How? I'm asking questions. How long does the movie? What's the timeline of the movie? That's the question I'm trying to ask, which I'm doing a terrible job.
Yeah.
with.
See, that's the kid with white hair now.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what the timeline was because I haven't actually seen the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to skim through the wiki to get an idea.
Yeah, I kind of really don't want to see a movie like this. You know what I mean?
I'll eventually
Too dark?
watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real dark.
There are movies that are too dark. There are movies that I've watched that I quite honestly I wish I hadn't, because it leaves a burn in your brain that you just
Right.
cannot get rid of. And you don't want that thing in there, but you can never get rid of it. So there are movies I will never ever watch again because of things like that.
After
Yeah, like
watching,
this, they lock everybody in there and then burn it, right?
after watching Grave of the Fireflies,
Yeah.
I can watch anything. So
Right. Well, I watched that once. I don't ever want to see that movie.
no, I don't either. It's like
But it's a good movie. But yeah, see stuff like this.
no, they were
So-
brutal. You got to remember the Germans, the Nazis were socialists, and the Soviets were communists. And the reason the communists were in the Soviet Union and China was because they got chased out of Germany by the socialists. So they hated each other. And this essentially the socialist plan for Russia and China was annihilate it all, right? Whereas they wanted to occupy the rest of Europe and have their unify with the other Germanic peoples and all that. Like they just wanted to annihilate the communists. And
Well, the other, yeah, and they also saw the some of the Slavic people as subhuman.
yeah,
So
Mhm.
they really didn't see them as equals at all.
I mean, like it doesn't justify what the horrors those Japanese did, but they hated communists too, and that's one of the, plus historical warfare with China. Those combined to some Japanese did some pretty brutal things to the Chinese for the same reason, you know.
Mhm.
Right.
Zoinks.
Yeah, I got to put that on the list of the thousands of movies I will hopefully.
But this is, yeah.
I've not heard of this. This does not look like a feel good movie. I'm gonna.
This is totally something.
I mean-
that Nosferatu the vampire
Yeah.
would recommend.
But
thank
those
you for bringing this.
those
to
movies like
to our attention,
this, The Pianist, what's the other one? The Schindler's List are just
yeah. Oh.
gut wrenching.
Oh no, really? Oh
Mhm.
god, they
They're
burned all the
great
kids.
movies,
That's
but
fucking horrible.
it's not one you want to rewatch over and over again.
right.
Sometimes, I mean, you know, Saving Private
It
Ryan is pretty
depends.
tough,
I
but
mean-
I'll watch it again once in a while.
Can be in the mood. I guess
He's
you
got a
can-
lemur on his shoulder.
Why does it looks like it has two heads?
No, it's got the eyes. It's
Well, there it is. It's down there.
It's- yeah,
I
it's
thought
like
that
a
was its
lemur.
nose. I'm like, what the fuck is
Jacob,
wrong with that
Jacob,
animal?
you need that shot, Jacob. You need
Yes,
that
with
shot.
Roman's face.
oh
damn
yeah. And then,
Roman and like Mando or Sammy for the ferret.
Yes.
I can see it already. You don't even need to do anything doing it. It's that. Excellent. Horrifying. The kid who played the protagonist literally got PTSD from the role. And never acted again. Wow. That's interesting. Nos,
Yeah.
thank you for bringing this up. See, it's things like this, folks. Why we like to do shows like this is because we get exposed to movies
Yeah.
and shows that we are not altogether and sometimes completely unfamiliar with. So that's it's interesting. We have to learn about stuff. Oh, fucking SS there. It wasn't even to affect the kid. Literally started getting gray hair from the strand. Yeah, I don't think he was acting. Wow, that's rough. Russian filmmaking.
yeah, they were like, okay, so we're actually going to burn people in this building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, is that
They didn't
it's
care.
Russia? We do what we want.
Yeah,
The communists didn't care.
right.
Wow. Well, again, this is not a feel good movie. Well, the Russian front was fucking horrible. I mean, there were so many aspects of World War II, any war, but World War II seemed to have its lion's share of absolute fucking atrocities that occurred.
Right. Yeah.
Between what the Japanese did to prisoners of war, obviously what the Germans did, but then a lot of it, what the Germans did to the Russians, but then what the Russians did to the Russians, and then at the end of the war, what the Russians did to the Germans. It was like well, the first domino fell, and it was just a cavalcade of fucking horror that World War II. But war horrible. This is something the modern era folks don't think about, or maybe they think about it too much. It's hard to. War is supposed to be awful. You should do everything you can to avoid war.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
war also, you can't fight an effective war if you're fighting it within this little grid area that you've deemed to be, this is the safe area to attack. Civilian casualties are an unfortunate part of war. If you are at all costs not having civilian casualties, you're going to lose a war because your enemy will exploit that, and they will purposely put things where civilians are. Again, that is one of the that's why you don't want to fight wars, but when you do, you have to fight the fucking war.
Well, it's better to be brutal up front and get it over with than drag it out and kill millions more people.
Mm-hmm.
What is Zach's? What Rogue Heroes?
Great
I'm not
show.
familiar with that. Do we know this?
SAS Rogue Heroes. We
Great
talked
show.
about the show, Roman. I think
Oh, that's a good show. Yeah, let me bring it up real quick. I what is that on?
I I will look that up.
Just looked it up.
Whatever it's on, I don't fucking get it anymore, and I was kind of pissed
Amazon.
because I
think.
really enjoyed that show. Yeah,
it's
this is
great.
about the British.
Where to watch?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so MGM subscription,
Crazy Patty.
YouTube subscription, Fubo, Sling TV, Amazon Prime, YouTube TV, and Philo, whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, season 2 might be on Amazon now. Season 1 was on Amazon, and it was fucking brilliant. It was a really good show.
That guy is a great actor. I forget his name, but fabulous actor. The one that had the gun earlier.
Yeah, I'm grabbing the wiki for it. Connor Swindell's. What was he in?
And it stayed fairly accurate.
And
He
this
was in
is
that movie-
essentially the
He was in
birth
that
of
movie
the
Barbarians a few years
Yeah.
ago. Okay. And then Jack O'Connell.
Which is get a bunch of
Oh, Theon's in
dudes
this show.
who don't follow the
SAS.
rules.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Theon
put 'em in one
Greyjoy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Dirty Dozen after a fashion.
For you Wheel of Time TV show watchers, the original Matt is in this show, Donald Finn.
But this show was bad.
I think I've seen clips of this of this show, and I need to watch this show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I
saw
highly
one
recommend it.
episode before I got sick.
Yeah, this is a good one. I kind of forgot about this one, Zach. Thanks for bringing this one up.
I love that they have like newer music in it, like from the 70s and 80s rock music. It's cool.
Yeah, I've seen
It's shot
clips
very
of
well.
this.
It's shot very cinema. Ugh. I wish I had words and my brain functioned better, and I wasn't so old. The cinematography in this is very good. It doesn't come off like some kind of crappy BBC thing.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Okay, so the original miniseries is based on a book, and is supposedly, I'm quoting here, broadly accurate.
I'll be right back, guys.
representation of
I hear
real
screaming.
events. So, yeah. So there's that. I think I started watching this right before I got sick and had to go into the hospital. I can't see anything about the soundtrack in the wiki, unfortunately.
It's got like AC/DC, that
Yeah.
type of music.
Cool.
A lot of British rock from that era. So yeah, it's good. It's a good one. What next?
Shield wall. You got the controls ready?
For
Well, because Roman stepped away, so maybe Mando can bring up a show. Or
oh, okay. I can maybe click on this.
well, you had to be able to move it. The question is, can you change it? Yeah.
Oh, let's see. There we go. Which one, Mando?
I've been getting really into linguistics, and the book that I've been reading has talked a lot about the code talkers during World War II. So I'm going to bring up the movie Wind Talkers,
Okay.
which kind of touches on the code talkers during World War II. For those who don't know, the Japanese were breaking a lot of our codes during World War II, and what we basically had to do was get the Navajos, because their language is just so different from English and Japanese. We used the Navajos to coordinate strikes, and the Japanese were never able to break our code. It's a Nicolas Cage movie. It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, like, it's better than what we get nowadays for sure. But I found it interesting because not a lot of people really talk about how instrumental the Navajo language was in the war.
Navajo, and I forget in the World War I we had another group of Indian or Native Americans.
Not the Cherokee,
too.
Choctaw.
I'm not sure who it was. But yeah, we used not just Navajo, but other tribes too.
I had Christian Slater in it.
Shit, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we had competing fucking things going on. I apologize. I stepped
brought
away
up the
for a
movie
minute.
Wind Talkers.
Yep. I got it. Yeah, I got it. We're good. Everybody's okay now.
These guys used to come around.
Slamming outdoors. Holy shit. Hello, Devin. Welcome. Wow.
Some of these guys used to come around to like we had them come to our senior NCO Academy when I was
Chinese?
Oh.
And then they came to our base, the last base I was stationed at. They were like hanging out in the PX or whatever, the base exchange or whatever. They had like a table set up. You could go talk to them. They had a book. You could get their book. You know, they'd sign your book if you bought one or whatever. It was cool.
Wow.
Talking to them. They were really old. But Navajo people tend to live, either they die young or they live really old. But yeah, it was interesting talking to them.
I've never seen this movie. I knew it existed. I've never seen it.
Each one, right? They went to the code school. They made the code out of the Navajo language. The reason that they had a bodyguard was to help protect them, but also to kill them if they were in jeopardy of being captured.
Yeah.
Oh, captured.
Correct.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because now that wasn't every Navajo. That was only the code talkers. Because the Japanese were able to capture some Navajos, but because they didn't understand the codes that they had set up, it just sounded like gibberish. But it was unbreakable code.
Yeah, because it was so antithesis to English and the Japanese and Japanese, like they couldn't quite comprehend.
Also, yes, it was all verbal.
Yes.
So they heard it and like, what is this stuff? I don't know.
That episode of the X-Files, there was some notebooks about some aliens buried in a train car that was written in Navajo from the code talkers. So only one person, there's only like a couple people still alive that could even crack it. I think it's probably out there now somewhere, like the codes are someplace and you can get AI to do it, but at the time it was literally an unbreakable code.
Crazy.
I heard about this guy that was in his tribe, the things he had to do to become a war chief, and he was like the last war chief of an Indian tribe.
Yeah,
and he got all of them in World War II.
Yeah, you had to steal someone's horse.
Yeah,
you had to count coup on him, which means you had to get close enough to touch him but not kill him and then back away. There was something else. You had to lead like so many people, and there was a bunch of stuff you had to do, and he did it all in World War II.
Wow.
Like stole some German officer's horse.
That guy deserves a movie.
I think it was an Apache, or no, not Choctaw, the other Chickasaw, no, not Cherokee,
Comanche.
Comanche, yes.
Yeah.
It was a Comanche. Yeah, I thought this was because there's not a lot of people who talk about the code talkers anymore. Like, I'd only been reminded of it because I've been reading a linguistics book, and the book refers to the code talkers like over and over again. Just because like of how, like when you compare the sentence and grammatical structure of Navajo versus like Japanese and English, it's very different.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think this movie got a lot of had a lot of legs. It didn't. It just didn't. It didn't make
right.
It hit the big screen. It was not a big hit.
But a lot of the guys were still alive in 2002. Just like Saving Private Ryan hit like right at the right amount of time where there was a large number of World War II veterans that were still alive. They were old, 70s and 80s and 90s, but they were still around. So it was a way to really, and then that springboarded into Band of Brothers,
right? Which I love, and we're not going to go into Band of Brothers tonight because it's going to take longer than we have. It's one of those shows. We don't really even need to talk about it. If you haven't seen Band of Brothers, I don't know why you haven't. It's one of the best productions ever done.
Mhm.
Obviously they filmed this in Hawaii.
Mhm.
But honestly, how this looks, a lot of especially Okinawa, kind of looks just like that. So,
Mhm.
um,
I mean,
it's
it's
not
close enough,
really
like to
too
the
bad off.
like other Pacific islands and stuff. Like it's gonna have similar vegetation and land and all of those things.
Right.
But yeah, like when I was thinking
that-
of the
I
Code Talkers, this is really the only movie that I am aware of that even touches on the Code Talkers,
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is sad in my opinion. I think that they should have made more movies talking about that, because like we've got
Yes.
other movies during quote unquote set during World War II that talks about breaking codes and breaking the Nazi code, but we don't talk about how we had an unbreakable code as well.
Actually, we had an unbreakable code. The Nazis didn't. We figured out their code.
Right.
That was a really good movie as well, with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, The Imitation Game. That was going to be my second recommendation.
Yeah, I really that's a fascinating movie.
Oh, it's great.
You don't really get, it's not so much from the war aspect. It's definitely more behind the scenes stuff, but it's a brilliant movie. Very, very, very good. Rough ending, but it was a brilliant movie. Why are there so many goddamn commercials in this freaking photo montage?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I got pads, I got
Heigl?
tie
She was in it?
things.
No,
some
none of
hot
these
chick.
people are in it.
Oh, they're
Hey,
not.
let's get moving.
No, these are
on
photos
to
from the red
next one
carpet.
here, because I'm
She
going to need
She
to
was
wrap
at
this
the
one up.
event.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Of it
It's the
coming out.
fucking pads again.
Right.
Always go
Here, we're
backwards.
fuck that guy.
Always start. Go
So,
backwards first.
Jacob, you are Jacob. I didn't call him. Yet, did
yeah.
I?
No,
Did
not
I?
yet.
I don't
Not
know. I know. I went away for a little while and then I lost my fucking mind. So what do you got?
The
Jacob?
show we're going to do Tuesday for Memorial Day is A Bridge Too Far.
Oh, that's such a good movie. I wish our friend Lance were with us tonight. He has so much info on this movie. This is one of those great. You have a lot of people. I'm going to tell you straight up though. Ryan O'Neal.
Oh yeah,
was miscast as. But he didn't know God. He was just way too young. Connery was so good. It's one of those movies. Go ahead and lay the shield down.
I think you cut out. I can't hear you.
Roman broke up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think, isn't Sean Connery in this one?
Yes.
Yes.
There's a whole bunch of people in
There's
this.
a lot of people in this. There he is.
Oh, and do we see Michael Caine yet?
He's in this.
The other two I remember. I'm going to call up
the
wiki on this thing.
This is Market Garden.
Yeah, Operation.
We were
Market.
wanting to end the war.
Yeah.
At a certain time, and it backfired. It did not work.
It didn't really backfire. It just puttered out.
Yeah,
it had a lot of problems.
It didn't have the objective. We didn't get the objective we wanted from it.
Right. It was very ambitious to start with.
It was a shit show.
In this one.
Yeah.
The problem was that the tanks had to make so much ground every day, and there was really only one road that they could go on because it was Holland. Right. The rest of the terrain was impassable. It was swampy and muddy and stuff, right? So they had to go down a road. Well, you can't take tanks down a road with Germans opposing you with their high quality guns, because they'll just murder all your stuff. And then the radios they brought with them didn't work because they worked in the desert, but they didn't work in the out in the field because the tree lines were breaking up all the comms, and so they had no way of contacting each other. And they had predetermined.
That Gene Hackman.
Yeah, it was Gene Hackman. Yeah, he plays a Polish guy.
And Robert Redford is in this as well.
Yeah, Robert Redford is in this. They had predetermined supply drops, but without radios, they couldn't change where they would go, so they started dropping it to the Germans. It was a shit show from the beginning. they got misdropped a bunch of places, and well, they didn't get misdropped. They dropped 8 kilometers from the objective, which was too far, and then they had to
way
drive
too
these
far.
special jeeps and walk there, and they got messed up. And then the American Airborne was going to hold these bridges, which they did. They held the bridges they were supposed to, and it's just the tanks took too long to get there.
Yeah.
And they wind up not working out.
Oh.
And most of the British guys, they sent the Poles in to support the British, and then wound up having to withdraw without them actually getting to the objective.
Oh.
And the British that were on the objective of the bridge, they had to surrender because they just fought till they were out of ammo.
Yeah.
Wow. So did they separate the cast of this by like nation? So the American we mentioned Robert Redford. Ryan O'Neal is in here. Elliot Gould, Arthur Hill.
Yeah, Elliot Gould.
You know,
Anthony Hopkins.
John Ratzenberger. That's Cliff from Cheers. James Caan. James Caan.
Yeah. It had a good ensemble cast.
Yeah.
It was a great cast. Like I said, Ryan O'Neal is too young for his rank and role in this.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Ryan O'Neal fan.
He was supposed to be General. Trying to think of his name. He was the airborne commander. That guy was actually really young.
Was he? Oh,
yeah. That general.
Accepted.
Not Ridgway. What was his name?
The only German actor I recognize is Maximilian Schnell.
Yeah.
That one.
Keep going.
No, that's
Keep
the
going.
British guy.
Keep going. Right here. He was shot in the ass, and you will take the bullet out.
Richard, Mr. Jurassic Park himself, Richard Attenborough, was in here as one of the Dutch people.
Holy shit.
Guys, I urge you to read over this cast list. I skipped a whole bunch of people.
Yeah,
that scene with the hurricanes flying by in the tank column, that's also a very realistic shelling scene where there's Germans in a tree line with some anti-tank, and they like shell the heck out of it, and it's pretty good. And then this car that they're driving in, that's an original. Yeah, this guy here is who. Maximum. That car, that's an original like scout car that they actually had.
Mm-hmm.
This also became a problem when they got into some of these towns as the people came out to welcome him.
Schnell right there?
Yeah, that's him. And it like clogged up the road. Yeah, there he is. He's like, I've got T-Rexes to make.
Oh yeah. Let's go to the T-Rexes. What happened to you after World War II? I decided to start opening a park.
It's a funny story, really.
Yeah. Like what kind of park?
Now for
dinosaurs.
there's Michael Caine. For the record, he only died in the movie, not in the book. So.
What? Who's that?
The Richard Attenborough's character.
Right. So there were actually 2 bridges. There was a railroad bridge, and then there was the traffic bridge, and they failed to blow up either of them. Well, they were supposed. Yeah, they were. Oh, I'm sorry. They were supposed to hold them.
Oh,
and then the Germans wanted to blow the bridges, but they were unable to do it.
So, Richard Attenborough not only acted in this movie, he directed it too.
Oh, okay.
And the writer,
our friend Lance Nielsen, knows all about this one.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've. The reason I know all about this campaign is there was a game in the 90s called Close Combat, and you could play the Bridge Too Far, but it was historically accurate, like the whole thing. It had clips from the actual combat, and each little section that you fought a battle, it would tell you what the battle was about and who was doing what, and you had to like defend and attack and all this kind of stuff. So there was also one where you did the Battle of the Bulge. And D-Day landings. Yeah.
The writer, the guy who did the screenplay for this movie is William Goldman, right? You know what else he did? He did the screenplay for The Princess Bride.
Holy crap, that's an interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is a really good movie, though. It's really well done. It's well acted. They put money into it. The scenes look credible. There's no like hokey stuff in it. Um, they're respectful to all the combatants. You know, the they don't make anybody look like like they're idiots or buffoons or anything.
Okay, this is apparently based on a book, so it's another book on the list of 10,000 books I need to read.
All right, this is going to be our last one of the night, and then I got to roll out here. Got some stuff I got to get to.
Okie doke.
We Were Soldiers. This is a tough movie. It's a very good movie.
Yeah.
About the actual events.
Roman, your mic's messing up again.
I can't take this. Can you hear me or not?
You're very like kind of garbled or underwater. I don't know why. And then it like fixes
I'm not,
itself.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay, well, we'll take advantage of it while it's working because I don't have time to get out and get back in. So Lieutenant Colonel Hal Moore takes over this air cav. They're the first ones, the first real battle of Vietnam. And you have what's his fuck? Greg Kinnear plays a captain. He goes back in and rescues. And this was a real shit show of a battle. They weren't getting the air support they needed. The Vietnamese were dug in far deeper than they ever thought they were. And the casualties were awful. We won the battle, but it was a hard, it's one of those ones you won it, but it wasn't like a real victory, hoorah win. It was a tactical victory, but it was a shit show.
The real
the follow up with what's going on in the battlefield and what was going on back at home when they were coming to deliver the death notices, and what a shit show that was. They go to the wrong house. It was just many things were done poorly in this the entire war, honestly. There were parts that were going better eventually, but then politicians got involved and fucked it all up. But this movie did do a brilliant job of portraying both the war side of things and the home front, and the hardships of being on either side of this. Because we always appreciate the sacrifice of the soldiers. We see all of that and the bravery and the battles, but what happens at home is hard in a different way. But it's hard. Whenever someone has to deliver that awful news that someone has passed, it's devastating for the person delivering the news, the person who's receiving the news, the ripple effects of all that. And this movie does a very good job of showing that. But the battle sequences in this are also extremely well done. You get very much the feel of being in the combat in this, which I think is very effective when it's an immersive thing for the audience. And it shows the real horrors of battle. It's not just men getting shot. They get burned so bad their fucking skin comes off. All the awful things. It doesn't romanticize it at all. No. It does show you the Vietnamese side of things as well, for what it's worth. But if it's a very good modern. It's Vietnam, so it's modern war after a fashion. We don't really do this kind of war anymore, but it's a good movie. And as a helicopter guy, I really appreciate all the air cav stuff.
Yep.
And it's a Mel Gibson film, so it's good.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
As both director and actor. So, and he also Hal Moore. You get a real good appreciation for him as a person. He is a very on hands commander. He's not just a guy giving orders. He's in the trenches with the guys. He is exposed to all of the dangers they are. He's having to make the very difficult decisions. He's the first one on the battlefield and the last one off of it. And it's again, though, it's a difficult movie to watch. You can watch this one more than once, but it's a tough movie. So it's not Good Morning Vietnam. This is actually an oh shit Vietnam movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
I
point,
haven't seen it. I definitely recommend it.
one point in the movie, he's trying to get orders to somewhere, and he stands up for a second to hear where the fire's coming from, because you can tell the difference between an M16 and a AK. So he's like, "Yeah, we're mixed in here," and they have to call a broken arrow, which means the shit's hit the fan and we need help.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like,
it's-
get us out of here.
yeah.
What was
Yeah,
that?
like I said,
Broken arrow was supposed to mean that they were in danger of being overrun and wiped out.
Right.
So basically,
Right.
what that did was that gave them priority on all air assets in the region to come help them out. Is why he did that.
Yeah.
What was that line from Heartbreak Ridge when Cleveland fires the AK over and he goes, "This is the weapon of your enemies. You will learn to recognize it." Whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah. See, that was it.
It's
Heartbreak
fired
Ridge
at you.
is an entertaining movie. It's a terrible military movie, though. Nearly every aspect of that movie is wrong. But it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Not a good military movie,
Hey,
but it's an entertaining military movie.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Again, this is just people on the red carpet. I was
Okay,
like,
we've gone to the red carpet phase of things, so I'm going to close this one.
I was
out
like,
and pull
I
us
was
out of
like,
here.
when was Magnum PI in the movie?
Yeah, that's I don't remember Tom.
Well,
Selleck
I mean,
wandering in
his
there.
so his character was.
don't
Although
remember
he
that
was a
in
Vietnam soldier, yeah, he was a SEAL.
Yeah, he was a SEAL. Yeah, so
Well,
Maybe just
Not
his
so late.
Him and TC and Rick.
yeah, but he wasn't in Vietnam until like the 70, I think, 1970.
So that's our look
canonically.
at the military films series. That was a good one, Matt.
Yeah, got to keep that old stuff alive, you know.
Yeah, that's good. And Nos had a really good one. It looked depressing as all fuck, but it looked like a very interesting movie. That's a one watch. So that's basically it for us for tonight. Thanks to the everybody watching over on X and YouTube and on Facebook. Much appreciated, and of course to this panel. And as you're enjoying your ribs and chicken and hamburgers and hot dogs and the barbecues this weekend, do raise a pint and have a toast for those fallen in service that allow the freedoms you have today. That day off, you know, when people used to, they'd go to the cemeteries, they'd lay wreaths on the graves, put up, flags, and many people, that still happens a lot. It's usually groups that do it now, but individuals, to honor the fallen. So that's what the day is for. They want you to, the fallen want you to enjoy your barbecue and your beer. They'd be doing exactly the same thing if they were here. But raise a pint to those who have lost. I know I've lost friends. You do the job long enough and it happens, and it's just one of those things. It's never. But so we'll all be raising a pint to those that we've lost this Memorial Day. So we'll go around. We'll say what everybody's got coming up in the upcoming week, and then we'll get out of here. So Shield, what do you have coming up, my friend?
All right. Well, thanks for having me on. It was great. Great chat interaction today as well. Good movies all around. So that was a lot of fun. Coming up on next Tuesday, I will be on Jacob Ironside's channel, and we'll be doing A Bridge Too Far, the movie, and we'll be going in depth on that. So that'll be fun. And then the next Thursday on this channel, everything goes good. We'll be going over Chud. We're gonna own the Chuds. It'll have we'll have to crack out the Wolven scale.
We will need the Wolfen scale.
We'll need the Wolfen scale, but
we will.
You never know. It could score pretty high on it. So yeah. But anyway, thanks for having me on. A lot of fun.
Right on, brother. Thank you. Jacob, and I know you've got A Bridge Too Far, which
Yes,
is a
yes.
fantastic movie. I'm looking forward to watching that on your channel.
Yeah.
What else? You got anything else you want to talk about?
Tomorrow night I'll be on with the Potato and crew, and we'll be talking Beverly Hills Cop. And Monday I'll be on with the Goat, talking the worst thing to come after Babylon 5, Crusade. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And then my show, Bridge Too Far.
Right on, Jake. Mando, what do you got coming up?
Mostly same old. I will be on my friend Trucker Rob's channel doing some Pathfinder, playing pirates, rolling the dice. Hopefully we don't get arrested all over again, but you never know when you're a pirate. Hopefully our ship also doesn't catch on fire. All of those cool, good things. And then should be on Tuesday and then Thursday. And then, yeah, happy Memorial Day, everybody. And stay safe.
All right on. Thank you, Mando. And our good friend, Matt. What else you got coming up next week, brother?
We'll be on Wednesday night as Overbooked with Joker Voice, Ego, Brad, and possibly Larry from Abyssal Musings. And we'll be probably going over Clash in Italy, which is the weekend after that, the show. I don't know what our show next week is, Roman. You could do that after you're done. Next week. Oh, it's Chud, of course. It's Chud. It's supposed to be Chud. But Roman, you might have more construction to have to go, or anything can happen in California, right? Maybe Gavin should confiscate your backyard for his non-existent train to nowhere.
God.
Yeah. But that's kind of what I got going on. So.
Right on. And as mentioned, we will be doing Chud next week, the 1984 sewer people turned into cannibals movie. It's a lot of fun. I actually really enjoy this one. And we are going to have Nick from The Plot Strikes Back is going to be our guest next week. I'm looking forward to that. Nick is a great show. I really like Nick's show. He does his Masculine Mondays. They're freaking fantastic. So he's going to be with us, and we're going to be talking about Chud. And it should be a hoot. I'm looking forward to that. And then I don't know what the hell's coming up after that because my house keeps getting ripped apart and I'm paying $9 gazillion. So it's fine. So thank you for joining us tonight for this Memorial Day special. We had very good discussions about a lot of really interesting military features that and Matt, I'm going to have to get that other one from you again so I can find it over on Plex because I want to watch it. So, again, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Everybody's information is in the description of the show. And we'll see you next week at Thursday, 5 Pacific Standard for a deep dive, which is almost, redundant, of Chud.
By
and it's
the
funny
way,
saying these words all together when and seriously, it's very bizarre.
I heard about a woman in New York that stepped out of her taxi cab right into a sewer drain.
Oh,
this is in no way shocking to me.
And apparently got burned to death.
what the?
Oh Lord, a lot of bad things happen in New York. So this is just a movie that was almost prophetic. But I got to close this out now because I have to go.
She got cooked for the sewer people.
So thank you all for hanging out with us tonight, guys, and we will catch you next week.
Jokes.
Until then, be kind.
Bye.